All right, so it is September 11th, quite a date to remember. I don't need to check that. So what I'm going to talk about, I cannot minimize Zoom when you're recording. Okay, oops. So what I'm going to do right now is share my screen actually, and I'm going to be sharing my phone, and I'm going to be sharing the actual desktop as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share this first. So you guys should see Instagram, yeah? Yeah, okay. So the first thing I'm going to talk about a little bit, I'm going to be all over the place, but the first thing I'm going to talk about is Instagram. And Instagram really is taking off with our business, and Facebook is still the main platform by all means and running ads and stuff. But you guys have probably noticed how collaborated Instagram and Facebook are if you've done an update, within the last few months, even on your phone, that now you can kind of like flip to your Instagram from your Facebook settings. You can check messages from your business page from your Facebook, right? Which is really, really cool. You can manage ads. You can boost them to Instagram, including, or just Facebook, whatever you choose to do. And I know some of you guys have a really good following with Instagram and some of us don't. So it's not for everybody by any means, but if you feel like you get a lot of traction and a lot of likes, or you're starting to get a lot of faithful followers and stuff, then definitely stick with that. Keep doing that, because the younger generation are preferring Instagram over Facebook. That's just the generation that's coming in, and they prefer the quick videos with tips. They prefer the photos that they're seeing. That's just the way it is. It's really simple for them, and they can still send messages and chats and things like that, right? So Facebook, I don't know, maybe we're old school, but it is a little more complex, and it's definitely becoming more of a marketing platform, right? So maybe that's another thing that people are just trying to avoid, that kind of a thing, and avoid the ads as much, even though they pop up on Instagram. But the one thing I wanted to talk about was your bio. So you can go in and edit your profile. And I don't know if you guys know that you can actually access Instagram on your desktop. Just go to instagram.com and you can log in, and this is a really good thing to do if you want to do this during your power hour, because I know that we scroll, right? So whenever I do my power hour, I try to do it from my desktop computer, because I have the newsfeed eradicator on Facebook, so I can't scroll. And I know that we all scroll and we can't help it sometimes. It's just a natural habit. We go on to post, and then even once our post uploads, then what do? We instantly get distracted by something and start to scroll. It's just a natural habit. So this newsfeed eradicator really helps, and being on Instagram on the actual computer helps, because I can focus on the task at hand. So you can go on, you can edit your profile, you can see your posts, you can search other people, comment on those posts and different things like that. So what I did here is I put my bio, my name, try to make it a little bit standout-ish or whatever. I would suggest you take Coach out of your name. If you guys already have a handle or you prefer to keep Coach in it, you totally can. But what I've noticed, and from my own experience, is if you can't get your own name, get something close to it, because people just have their backs up now, right? There are so many network marketing companies. There's so many different types of coaches. There's so many different people that are seeking out and using Instagram for businesses, that people have their backs up, right? So if somebody starts following me, they like a couple of my posts and they comment on one and say, awesome pick, I know right away that they're just trying to sell me something or try to get me as a client. Like, I know that, right? Like, you can't fool me into thinking that you're not, because that's part of what I do too. It's part of the business. It's part of that strategy. So you have to remember that almost everybody that we know has either been a part of a direct sales or a network marketing company before, or are currently part of it, or probably will be at some point in their life, right? So a lot of people are way more educated on this stuff right now. So that's why it's so important that we're genuine and authentic with what we're doing. So you have to actually comment on it and say something specifically towards that person and towards that post. So if someone were to comment on this pasta dish right here and say, yum, awesome pick, love your profile, I'm going to be like, okay, like, I'll probably click on their name, go see their profile, and check out and see that they're probably not somebody that I want to connect with. Whereas if somebody said, what is that? Is that black beans that's in the photo? Or what is that black dots that you have there or something, and actually ask a question or something about it, then I would like comment and say that, and then they might comment again, and then I might comment again, and we might have a little bit of a conversation back and forth. Then they might inbox me and say, are you eating vegan or whatever I see in your profile? that would be smart for somebody to message me in that way, right? They're asking questions, they're trying to get to know me, as opposed to saying, I love you, you're awesome. You don't even know me, right? So think about it from the other perspective. Think about it from when you're trying to pursue other people, think about it from their perspective. How would you want to be approached? And try to be very genuine and authentic when you're doing that. And don't feel, you can't use the hashtags under your posts in your comment section and search hashtags to find those people. And guys, you'll be really discouraged if you start to search hashtag FitLife or FitFam or FitChick and realize that everybody's already a Beachbody coach and you're going to feel like the market is saturated. I'll tell you that right now. So don't worry if you search those things and you realize everybody has Shakeology in their posts on Instagram where they're doing Insanity Max 30. It can be really discouraging, but trust me, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who aren't. It just takes a little bit of time to seek, sort through those people and really find some people who haven't been part of that. And don't be afraid to approach people who are doing something else, because of course they're doing something else because they haven't discovered Beachbody yet, right? You have to keep that in mind that if it wasn't for Beachbody, I would definitely be doing something else. I'd probably be doing fucking keto, or I'd be doing Ideal Protein or whatever. I don't know. Who knows what I'd be doing? I can't say that I wouldn't try those things, right? Because I am that girl who was trying everything, trying to find a solution. So try to keep that in mind when you are connecting with people, and be very confident, guys, in what we're doing. And I feel sometimes when we feel like our business isn't on point and we're not crushing Success Club, we lose confidence, and therefore we keep going downwards and downwards in our business because we're not leading with confidence, right? And it's easy for me to say now because it's like the beginning of the month, so we're all kind of at that 0 Success Club or 2 or 4 or 6 or whatever we're at. But it's true, you have to maintain a confidence. Act as if you're at SC20. Act as if you're the top coach in the network, right? Because you have incredible services and products, and you yourself are amazing and very unique as a coach, and you're an amazing supporter. So you need to remember that and lead with that, okay? So that's kind of just like a preface to everything I'm going to talk about tonight. So I'm going to get into actually more fun things tonight, which is cool. Hopefully some of it is new to you. And if it's not, then maybe it's just some kind of a refresher for you. With my Instagram for my bio, I tried to eliminate fitness and health coach, which I did have here originally. And I just put in a few little things about myself. And I update it frequently, very frequently. So as I see new trending things, or as I see things that are changing in my life, I'll update my bio all the time. And if you're wondering, here you can't really tell, but if you go on my Instagram, you'll notice that everything is listed out like spaced and not all jumbled together. And if you're wondering how I did that, I went into my notes section on my phone and I typed everything in exactly how I wanted it to appear on Instagram bio, putting space and enter and all those things and emojis. And then I select all, copy, and then I paste it in the Instagram bio. And that's how I get it with spaces. So it's all entered down through. Otherwise, you'll notice that everything runs in just like you appear right here. This is how it will look on Instagram. It'll all just run together back to back to back. And it just doesn't look as appealing on mobile than if you do it that way. So go into your notes, type it in how you want your bio to appear, copy paste that in there. So yeah, I mean, we've talked about this a million times about curiosity marketing, guys, and eliminating the Beachbody lingo, eliminating the logos, all that kind of stuff. And you might think, but that's how I get my volume. That's how I sell the products. That's how people buy Beachbody Energize off me. And that's great. But if you guys want to have a successful, thriving business, then you need to realize that this is how things are working, and you need to adopt that and be adaptable to those things and realize that curiosity is what's getting you ahead. Yes, you're going to see top coaches talk about Beachbody. Their cover photo is going to be Beachbody speaking on stage at Summit. Their photo is probably going to be something with Beachbody written across it, and their bio is going to be top Beachbody coach in the network, because they are. When we're trying to get there, guys, we can't lead with that. We can't lead with that, okay? We have to lead with who we are, what we represent. I am not a Beachbody coach. I mean, that's what I do, but that's not who I am, right? So I have to express who I am. I am more than a Beachbody coach, right? And we have to show our uniqueness, our hobbies, different things about us, and not represent just corporate. Don't represent just Beachbody corporate. They do an amazing job at doing that with their videos and their Facebook pages and stuff like that, okay? Now, every now and then, guys, if you are going to promote something by Beachbody, I'm not saying like don't ever, ever, ever talk about it. But you know what I'm saying, right? Majority of the time, try to create curiosity, talk about the program as in describing it instead of stating what it is, right? And I know I've talked about it before, and I'll probably still talk about it in the future as well, because it never hurts to kind of have that reminder. So I also have, for a link, you get to have one link on Instagram, and I decided to put my Facebook business page there as a link. If you guys have a website or a blog, I encourage you to put that there. I just currently am still working on mine for the 10,000th time, and it's on the back burner because I'd rather do my invites and daily, non-negotiables than try to work on my blog right now with everything else going on that I have. So if you do have a blog or a website, put that. Otherwise, link your business page or your personal Facebook page is fine as well if you want to do that. And that way it's easy for people to connect with you on a different platform, right? For my photos, I don't have a theme when it comes to what I post, but some of you may, and that would be awesome. Because if you've noticed, if I start using certain hashtags, let's just say I really wanted to focus on vegan lifestyle. If I start posting a lot about vegan lifestyle, I'm going to get a lot of followers. But then if I post a post about my dog, just my dog, people don't want to see that, right? They came to my page and they're going to follow me because they want to see food pics, right? And just like yourself, if you're looking for fitness, and if you start following this chick and then she starts posting about her little poodle and her lip gloss and all this stuff, you're going to be like, give me the food. Like, I don't care what lip gloss you like. You might not even like makeup, right? So having a theme is really important. And if you have the time, I suggest you creating a second Instagram account for that. And you can really utilize that to gain followers. And then comment on their posts and network with them on your other page if you want to do a themed page. That takes time, guys, and most of us are really busy. We don't have time for that. We barely have time for our own personal Instagram. So for me, I'm currently still just using my personal Instagram, and I'm just doing a mishmash. And I am still getting followers, and I'm still doing random posts because part of my strategy is to gain coaches. So I'm not necessarily just trying to gain vegan people, right? It just so happens to be that's what I'm posting a lot about, but I'm trying to gain followers that like my lifestyle, I guess, put it that way. So that's why you'll notice I'll have food pics, motivational, inspirational posts and things like that. Lifestyle with coaching I did here, a bit of fitness, more food, lots of food, because I find food is really easy to photograph as well for Instagram. It's just very nice to look at. And I usually, what I tend to do is I go in and I go into my brightness and I drag my brightness on my filter right up, like not right to the top, depending on the photo, because I don't want it whitewashed. But it's proven that photos that have a brighter filter and that have a bluish cast just get more likes. I don't know why it is. It just is. Like, from my research and watching YouTube videos and Instagram gurus and people talking about it, that's just the way it is. So if you've gone down through any of my posts, you'll always notice that all of them have exact same filter. And they all have a bluish hue, and you can go into color and click on blue, and then you can decrease the blue so it's only like a really small hint of it. And you might want to do something with a different hue color if you want to pick a purple or pink, or again, you can customize it yourself, or you can totally do the same thing. I really don't care. But this just seems to be why people find attractive when they see posts like this, right? So this picture was very crisp, this lettuce taco picture. And I just decided to brighten the shit out of it and then put a little bluish cast over it. And same thing with all the other ones you'll notice. So I won't post anything to my Instagram anymore. And I've been doing this now for a while. If you go down through, you'll notice there is a theme. And you'll get to a point where you'll notice there's no theme anymore, right? It kind of gets down to regular photos. It has been quite a while. All these are still the same thing. But you'll notice after a while, they kind of just go into random photos. But now I'm strategic with it, that I'm trying to keep that theme. So I won't post anything that's very grainy. I won't post anything usually that has my drama, grungy filter on it. Like, I'll save those just for Facebook and things like that. So that's just Instagram right there. So make sure your bio is done. And theme, you can kind of pick that if you want to. And using hashtags, what I do is I have them saved. So let me just share my phone with you guys. Just a second. I'm just gonna try and close that. AirPlay. There we go. Okay. Should come up soon. It's not showing, is it? No. Unable to connect. Allow it. Yes. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. All right, so let's go into some of the details here. Hashtags. So I utilize my notes section on my phone quite a bit. I also have a little link saved here. Like I have Beachbody Live Chat saved here because a lot of times new coaches will ask me, you know, what's the phone number for customer support? And I'm like, oh my gosh, use the live chat. It's 24-hour service. I have the link saved in my notes. I'll copy paste it and send it to them and stuff. So it's always great to have things like that saved too. So this is where I did my Instagram, like I was telling you. I put in the text and the emojis just how I wanted with the spaces, and I just copy paste that into Instagram. I have some FAQ here for the UK. This is one of the sections of hashtags that I have saved. I think, oh my gosh, I can't remember how many, if it's 20 hashtags you're allowed to do up to. There's a maximum that you're going to be allowed to post underneath as a comment underneath your post. And if you're wondering why you do this, is because it's just more pleasing to look at a post that doesn't have a million hashtags underneath it. So you can post it as a comment and people can still find your post due to that, okay? Just gonna see that chat comment here now. 30, thank you. So that's awesome. I love the collaboration. So these are the ones that I used, and what I did is I went on Google and I typed in popular hashtags for food, pretty much. And then what I did is I went through some of them and I actually searched the hashtags on Instagram to see how many posts there are. So when I searched on Instagram, nom nom nom, if there was only 4,000 posts, I wouldn't include it. But if there was a lot of posts, like it's a very popular one, then I would use that, right? So I tried to pick a few ones, and you might be thinking, like, your post might not even have anything to do with that, right? Like maybe I'm not eating keto, right? And low carb, high fat, and different things like that. But it's what's trending, and people are searching that, and therefore they're going to stumble across my post, and they may be connected with me, they may be connected with something else on my profile, whatever, right? So these are all different ones that I used for food. And then I have a different one here as well for different things: organic products, makeup, fit life, travel fit, natural foods, girl boss, all these different ones as you can see here. I mean, you guys want to screenshot this or whatever, you can always ask me for it later if you want, guys. I'm not going to spend too much time with the screen kept up. But anything that's relevant to you as well, like I have dog mom, meditation, sewing, volleyball, bullet journal, cat mom, fur mama, all these different things too, right? Like you have to think about like what is about you that kind of makes you who you are and stuff like that as well, right? And then I have another one that I used for my planner page, which I haven't been using at all. But if you had a, remember I told you like a second account for Instagram, then this is where you would use that and just have things that are kind of according to your second Instagram account. And there should be one more here. Nope. Okay. I think it's because I edited one of them, and this one here is the other one, and I edited it and it popped up. So that's why it's up higher. So that's pretty much it. Although there was another one that I used for like every other day posts kind of thing. I don't know where it is now though. Maybe I got rid of it. Anyways, that's what I did for hashtags. So now let me show you. I also have the Coach Change customer link saved in my notes too, because I find I get a lot of people who ask me if they can switch over to me as a coach. And so I have that link really handy there as well. Just gonna look at the chats again. You don't use your Shakeology bottles in your posts when you were drinking Energized, so going back to try to make them keep guessing that you're doing. Yes, exactly. Yes. I very rarely use my Shakeology. Actually, in one of the ads that I'm boosting right now, that I have for like my free fit week, I have a Shakeology bottle with Shakeology in it, but I actually turn the label around so you can kind of see like the SH on the back of it. But like, I try to keep it as more of a guessing thing. Plus the drinks I find just look so much prettier in like glass and things like that. Like, all right, so let's move on, shall we? Instagram done. Okay, talking a little bit about Facebook. Remember that the majority of the people who are looking at your profile are on mobile. Look at Nikita, rocking it out. God love her heart. Okay. So, clear profile picture. I look really mean in this one. I just decided to change it up from the other one that I had, but I don't know, my hair, I had makeup on, so I was like, yep, using it. But preferably smiling because it makes you look more approachable. This is not a great example. And then for my cover photo, I tried to make it look nice on mobile more so than on my desktop, but still try to compensate for both. So you may have to experiment a little bit with, the spacing and things like that. When I go into Canva, that's usually where I create my cover photos, I choose a template for Facebook app. That's the one I use. And then I kind of reposition it a little bit when I upload it on my desktop, and I reposition it and drag it a little bit to fit. And I find that's just the easiest one that I do, but just keep in mind that give it a little bit of space at the top and bottom. Like if you have something you want seen in your cover photo, don't jam it right up at the top or right at the bottom because it's probably going to get cut off along the ways, right? So try to center the main part of your image as much as possible in the center of your cover photo. So you may have noticed I've changed my cover photo a lot. I've eliminated a lot of the Beachbody things and containers and things like that, but still tried to show fitness is a big part of my life and have my husband there because I didn't want to not have my family in my profile picture, but if I don't have them in profile picture, at least have them in the cover photo kind of thing, and then my dogs as well. And then for bio, again, I just have a little bit of information there. You'd never say I was a Beachbody coach, right? From looking at my cover photo or from my bio. And you're like, what the hell? Like the whole point was to be able to see that you're a Beachbody coach and that you can help people with 3 scrolls. And this is what we trained before, right? But social media changes, strategies change, marketing is constantly changing. So you want to create curiosity and you want to make sure you're not selling people Beachbody before you even get to know them, because they're going to get so turned off right away and already know with one click of going to your profile that, oh, she's a Beachbody coach. Yeah, for sure. Right? Like you want to try to avoid that as much as possible, but still be able to help them to know that you are able to help them in their health and fitness journey. So I changed a few things here. In my write-up, I put founder of Team Empowering Elite. Instead of putting certified core to force instructor at Beachbody, I took that out and just made it certified core to force live instructor. Entrepreneur instead of coach. Again, you can do whatever you want there. I'm not saying you can't have coach. Like that's totally fine, but just try to eliminate the Beachbody part. And that's it. Just keep it nice and clean. A few of your main photos. So I wanted to have a transformation photo there, picture of me and Steve, me and my niece, me and the team, and then me speaking kind of things that are important to me that in my life and that sort of thing. I have my Instagram handle, my Snapchat handle up top, and then my website, which will eventually be launched again because I had to switch platforms. And then there's everything else is just kind of automized. I can't really help that. Krista, look at Shelly. Look at Kristen, look. You guys are right up top. And that's it. So as for actual Facebook and scrolling, I think you guys get that on what you should post and stuff like that. Go live as much as possible, guys. That, like Miguel says, if you guys can go live every day this week, go live every day this week. Go live every day this week. There's no reason why you can't go live every day this week. And it could be 5 minutes. You could be in pajamas You could be, God knows what you could be doing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be fitness related or coaching related. Just go live and talk about something, right? But going live is so important because you're showing people who you are, even on your bad days, your good days, whatever it is. All right, so some camera tips. Try to utilize, can you guys still see me? Or can you only see, you can see me? Okay. Try to utilize the back camera as much as possible, which means you're probably going to have to invest in a tripod of some sort. I have, oh, I don't have it here, a banana camera tripod, which was something that was like pushed on me on Facebook, I think, on an ad or something. And it took like a month to get here. But it's like a really flexible, big yellow rubber arm, and I can wrap it around anything. I can wrap it around the thing in the car, around the rear view mirror. I can wrap it around a chair. I can wrap it around anything. The only thing is it wobbles a little bit, but it was really cheap, like 15, 20 bucks or something. And I can put it anywhere and use that. But you can also get tripods, bigger ones off Amazon, whatever it is, but invest in something so that you can set up your phone horizontal, or you can set it up and down, and you can take photos with your back camera, which is usually the best quality. And maybe upgrading your phone is not a bad idea if your contract's soon up and things like that as well, right? Because if you're looking at investing in your business, I wouldn't worry about platforms to track your clients. I would take that money and put it towards upgrading in your actual, things that you're using, like your phone, tripod, lighting maybe. But natural light is free. So if at all you can ever use natural light, just use the natural light. Go outside. My neighbors must think I'm nuts because I'm constantly outside on my patio doing some kind of pose with my Shakeology or some shit. And they're just like, oh my God, she's a lunatic. I'm like, well, whatever. I'm working from home, so deal with it. But I don't really care. This allows me to do what I'm doing, so I get over that really quickly. No watermarks. I've mentioned this a million times before. Again, I don't know, but it's like a couple dollars to remove the watermarks. Most of you guys have done that by now. It just looks way more professional. And sometimes you can swap them out and put your own watermarks here if you wanted to, or hashtag something like that. Using a timer you can use, or you can get one of those handheld Bluetooth things for really cheap as well and sync that to your phone on Bluetooth and have the remote to take a photo. Or you can also use the remote for boomerangs, which I do a lot when I want to do like a boomerang jumping and I don't want to ask Steve every 5 minutes to take a picture of me. I'll just use that. iMovie is what I use for my videos all the time usually. So what I do is, I'll just show you for example, some really, really quick features. So I'll always go in, click plus, make a new movie. Some of you guys might not be familiar with it. If you're going to use iMovie, make sure you're filming horizontal, okay? Because that's the format that it uses. So it's a little bit slow loading up, but I'm going to show you just a couple things and check the chat here. The remote I got off Amazon, Bluetooth remote. So let's find a video. Here we go. So I click the video that I want. You can have multiple ones, right? Create movie. Well, holy shit, is this going to take forever? Hopefully not. Other apps that I use, Aviary, A-V-I-A-R-Y is how it's spelled. I use that one a lot. Not so much for the effects because I don't like the filters that are in it. The filters tend to be very dark. But I use that whenever you see a photo that I do that has like, let me show you this. I'll get out of iMovie. This one. So I did this one. Everything in the background is black and white, right? So I used Aviary to do splash on this one. If you guys aren't familiar with that, I'll show you that one instead because the video might take a while. Because there's a smart color feature, which is really cool. So let me do the doggies and show you this one. Oh my God, I think my space is really used up. So everything that I film and take photos of is just getting stored in my iCloud because my phone's overwhelmed with all the storage. I need to really clean it out. So everything needs to download from iCloud. I apologize. Okay. So let's just say that I want to black and white everything but the dogs. So I'd scroll over on the bottom, right over, all the way over to splash. Click the splash, and then instead of doing free color and using my finger to color it, I'm gonna pick Smart Color. And then I can do it so much faster because Smart Color recognizes the color I'm about to touch. So if I touch Chester, automatically it's like, okay, this is the color that she wants to highlight. And then all I gotta do is quickly go around and color him in really quickly. I don't have to worry about like going inside the lines. It's gonna get him for the most part. If I do happen to go, I can zoom in and hit eraser and then just come with my eraser really, really quick and fix up those things super fast, right? So it does a really quick, good job. I mean, good enough for me anyways. And Smart Color again, and just color in this fur and eraser like that. And I'm not really perfect with it because I really don't have time for that. So zoom out again. And then you do the same thing with the other ones, hit Smart Color again and do that again, right? If I want to do just a kibble in my hand, I don't know, and then do the eraser, zoom in, whatever, if you want to be really specific. Anyways, you click apply and then you're done. That's it. The other thing I use for this, I don't really use whiten or blemish on it. Blur, I use blur a lot. So I'll click on that and then I can blur out the background of things. So if I have a really messy kitchen, you're going to see that a lot, right? And then you click apply when you're done. And that's pretty much all I use, guys, for this app. Those couple things. So you'd click save, obviously, if you're going to do that. The next app is Mold IV. MOLD-IV. You'll see it right there with a little notification sticking up on top of it. And it's kind of a really weird app. Like, if you download it and you look at it, you're like, this is stupid. Like, I'm never going to use this because there's only really a couple of things that I use in it. So, Mold IV is what I use for putting an overlay on something. Like, you know how you can save images with a transparent background? This is when I use this. So if I'm doing something for team call, hold on, chat. Oh, perfect. Awesome. So some of you guys do know what this is. Perfect. So you can edit a photo, you can do a collage. I don't use any of these things. But what I do it for is overlays. All right. So let me just say I'm going to use this photo. And I want to put my Empowering Elite logo on it, which is saved as a PNG. What I would do is use the stickers, bottom right there. So I would click on stickers. Then I would use a scissors with a little traced outline. And then I go in, I save all my like main things in my favorites. I go into favorites. Okay, I have a Jen Shepherd one there, and I also have all these other ones. So I'll pick whichever one. That one there is not a PNG, it has a white background, so hold on. I'll pick this one. Hopefully this one is. Nope, that one's not either. Hang on. Well, it should be. Anyways, normally it's PNG. I don't know why it's not. Probably because I'm trying to show you guys something. Anyways, it would normally be PNG, like a transparent background. And then I would drag it, and it would be there with a transparent background over that, and I would click check. And yeah, you can change this. You can make it transparent more so by dragging that, like the opacity of it. Yeah, different things like that. And then you click check, done. And then you would save it with the top right corner, saving to your album, and it would apply your logo or whatever you want to do for that case, right? This is not how I would do text overlay. I would use Typorama for my text, which is this bottom one in the center. Typorama is my favorite one to use. You'll also notice I have like the Word Dream or Word Swag there, but I haven't used that one in forever. So I use this one a lot. And if I were to, I'd click, yes, I want to use this camera roll one. double tap to type in what you want to put in there. Put in your word. Done. Yes, the text isn't very long. It's totally okay. I do that, position that how I wanted. Let's just say I wanted to put a different font as well to mix and match fonts. I would click OK, share, but then I'd also click reuse in the top corner. And then that lets me put another one. And you can keep doing that over and over and over again as many times as you want to have different fonts and mix and match all the different fonts that you want to have, right? So it's a really cool thing. And you can also do watermarks as well for that one if you wanted to, and select a watermark from your photo gallery as well. PixLR for overlay. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. I'm going to write that one down. Check that out. And is that a free app? So let's go back again. Snapseed. Free, perfect, awesome, thank you. So Snapseed, I really like this one for a few different things as well. This is what this one looks like. Open an image. Pick something. So what I would normally do with Snapseed, you click that little pencil on the bottom to edit it. I would often tune my image. So if you click to an image, you just drag your finger to the right to brighten it, drag your finger to the left to darken it, that kind of thing, and then just bring it up and down. If you just drag your finger down, it's going to come down through those different categories that you can change. So if I just say I want saturation, I let my finger come off of it, and then if I drag it left and right, then I mess with the saturation. But let's say that I want to, I just click OK, that's fine. If I want to clean my face up, like maybe I have breakouts, wrinkles, just textured skin, I just want it to look nice. I'm going to scroll down to face and click enhance. And then I can go through the different settings. I can click smooth to, which is like perfection, like zero bumps, zero pimples, zero wrinkles, everything just bright, smooth skin, but it doesn't look ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Like you can get carried away with the blurring feature. So there's smooth 1, smooth 2. Smooth 1 is even more natural because I still have some imperfections and stuff like that there. But there's all different ones you can play with and check that one out. The other feature I use is drama. And that's the one which is amazing for giving you abs when you don't really have them. Or you feel like you have like a smidge of definition and you're like, God, I'm proud of that little smidge of definition. Pop it, use drama, and it will make it pop. So Drama 2 is the filter I have on right now. And that's the one I have in my ad that I'm running right now. And you can also play with that strength of the filter too. If you don't want it that intense, you can do that as well. That's pretty much what I use for that. Many other features that you might want to play around with, but I don't use anything else for that, okay? Pick, play, post. I think most of you guys are familiar with it. I removed the watermark from that one. And I'm just going to show you one thing on that because I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it, which you probably are, but you never know. But guys, when it comes to your posts, often the less is more, okay? This is a post I just did up tonight that I'm going to be posting about tomorrow. It just hit me today. I was like, man, I spent a lot of fucking money at Sephora. A lot of money. I used to. And now I'm spending all my money on my health. And I'm going to do a post about that tomorrow about how I spent hundreds of dollars on makeup to make myself feel good. And now instead I'm investing in my internal health, right? Like, so I just did a quick collage of that with Sephora and the superfoods on the bottom. I'm going to do something about that. I don't know yet what I'll write about, but anyways, that's what I just finished doing. But collages. This is what I usually do. I'll do classic for that. So what I want to show you, you guys are probably familiar with this app, right? All the different ways you can post, and you can post videos, everything, pictures, but you can select your ratio as well. Don't be afraid to play around with your ratio. If you have a post that you want to have 2 longer photos side by side, you can put in a widescreen, right? And then you can click the side-by-side video, but now it's going to be a lot longer in length, which is great for Facebook actually. So then I can go ahead and click photo, and maybe do a lengthways photo. So it's going to fit a lot better than if I was going to do a up and down one like that, right? Otherwise, I'd probably have one dog in the frame. Now I can get to almost 3. I can even drag this if I really wanted to and squeeze them in and then do a smaller photo on the other side with something, or I can do a video on this side. Again, whatever, it doesn't matter. But this is what I would do, is just play around with that. You can zoom in. Oops, you can zoom in and play around with your photo that way. You can minimize the background by dragging it down. If you don't want to have a background, if you want it, or you want to change the color, you can do that. If you had a video, your music, you can turn, I don't have a video, so it doesn't come up, but you can turn down your video sound. And same thing with edit. You can add a watermark. Because I have the watermark removed, I can add one right there in that bottom corner, and it can say hashtag something, I don't know, whatever, maybe the name of my group that I have upcoming, right? Different things like that. So that's pretty much it. I talked about everything I think I want to. The other thing is Google Keep, which I mentioned to you guys before. And these are kind of my little boards that I have, my morning routine. And as I do it, I can check it off. I did my visualization. I did my personal development. I did my affirmations. I did a motivational post on Facebook. I did my workout. I need to go live in my groups. So it says see daily posting groups, daily posting list over here. So check into my UK coaches group, Team Cup group, which is over, Shift Shop group, which is over, ongoing support group, team group, Shine Bright Diamonds. Monday to Wednesday, that's over. But you can see how that could be if you wanted to use like a checklist instead of having paper to pen, right? I use a paper to pen right now, but this is from previous to that tracker that I used to have. Afternoon routine, I have written there evening routine. But the cool thing about it is I can upload photos. So if you're wondering how to get your photos from your phone to your computer, because for me, I fucking hate that. I have to actually message myself on Facebook is what I do to get my photos from my phone to my desktop so I can use that in a post. Because sometimes you just want to type it up, right? And send it to a computer to do a post. So this is a really good way to do that, is just to edit your photo using all the cool apps on your phone and then just upload it and you have it there. I have a post that I'm going to be reusing saved, right? I have all the benefits of lemon water, so I can reuse this in another group, which is really cool. Free group ideas I have for different free group ideas. I listed them there to remind myself. My Success Club, Steve's Success Club, just any little things that I want to have there is pretty much what I do. And if you go over here, yeah, you'll see all the different things. Health tips, that's the only one I have there right now. Invites, I don't have anything there, but I can save them. Google Keep is really cool because if you go on anywhere on your browser on Google Chrome, you'll notice there's a little light bulb up in the top right corner, which is what Google Keep is. And if you click on that at any point, it'll ask you, do you want to save this image to Google Keep? So if you're on some random website and you click that little light bulb in the top right corner, it'll say do you want to save this image or this post to Google Keep, which is wicked. Really, really good, especially if you see a top coach or somebody do a post that you think is a really good idea, save it to Google Keep. And then you can always come back to it and be like, oh, these are really good posts that I want to replicate or make my own and that kind of thing, right? It's a really easy app. I don't like complicated things because we waste too much time learning them, I feel, as opposed to taking action. But that one is definitely worthy of the time that it takes to learn it a little bit. Okay, so the last thing is your business page and personal page. Your personal page should be more personal than your business page. Don't be afraid to be a little bit more businessy on your business page because people are there because they want to learn more about health and fitness, right? So it's okay to talk all about that. Still show your personality, but don't be afraid to talk all about business and personal, health and fitness rather, because that's why they're there. And your personal page, obviously mix it up a little bit. Health and fitness is going to be a big part of your life, so don't worry if you do talk a lot about it, but still show your personality and things about yourself as well. So now I'm going to show you, I know this call is over 30 minutes, guys, I apologize. But there's a few things that I just want to still show you. Just trying to share my screen. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but have you ever loved a program, but you're torn between that and another program, or maybe 2 other programs, and you're like, oh, I love Hammer and Chisel, but I don't want to do 60 days. I just want to do a little bit of it with something else. Maybe you guys don't know about this, maybe you do, but there's a hybrid workout scheduler that you can get, and it's workoutscheduler.net/hybrid workout schedule. I just Googled hybrid workout schedule and I found this one, and I use this now for the last couple years actually. But I sent it to a client today and she was blown away. She was like, what? How did you do that? She has 5 weeks until she goes on a trip. What can I do from now, between now and 5 weeks from now? I love Body Beast, but I also want to do PiYo. Done. So what I did is I went to this and I put in a single workout for Monday, a single workout for Tuesday. I did a single plus abs for Wednesday, single Thursday, single Friday, single plus abs Saturday, and a day off for her on Sunday. Then I chose Body Beast. I did another one for myself here after, and PiYo. And I put in 5 weeks, intermediate for her, and total body. There's other options, cardio, strength, whatever, total body, build, schedule. And then, are you serious? I did this earlier and it totally came up. Oh, this is hilarious. Anyways, it will come up with a calendar, I promise you, because I actually screenshot it. It's right here. Earlier today. And this is what it will look like. And then what I did is I put like Control-Shift-4, and then I screenshot my computer on a Mac. And you'll be able to see the calendar. It's really cool. So then it just randomizes a workout for them. So this is what that looks like. So I just screenshot this and sent it to her on Facebook Messenger. So now she has a PiYo workout on Monday, another one Tuesday, PiYo on Wednesday, a double, Body Beast Thursday, PiYo Friday, PiYo Saturday, and then it goes through and she has Body Beast kind of trickled in between all the other ones, right? Which is really, really cool. And you can do it with any of the programs and it'll mix it all up for you and that kind of thing, which is really nice. A couple things I want to show you for PicMonkey. I love using PicMonkey a lot. One of the things is to utilize your hub. I don't know if you guys use the hub at all. So, my hub. Think of this as like where it keeps all your things that you want to keep and continue editing, okay? So in my hub, these are my images, okay? These are all the different things that I've saved over the last God knows how long, our Team Cup teams, all that stuff. I'll use this one for example. So I can click on that. Oh, I'm into collage now. Let me do edit instead, shall we? Edit my hub, and then come down to that again. Click on it and click edit. Now I've saved it as it was, right? But let's just say the next Team Cup is coming and I want to change the look of it. Then I can go in and maybe it's the same names or maybe it's different names, but I have the template for it already. So I don't want to start over from scratch again, right? And this is really good if you're doing like leaderboards for your challenge groups. Let me get out of here for a second. I'll show you a better example. But yeah, you can edit it. Like I've already posted this and saved it and exported it to my thing, but I can click on it and completely edit this whole thing if I really wanted to. Let me go back to my hub. I don't know if this is, I can't see because this is in the way. Yeah, okay. Here we go. This is my leaderboard for my challenge group currently. So I actually had to do this, not tonight, but I'll do it tomorrow morning, I guess. This day is getting away from me, clearly. We just finished up this group, this Back to You group. So every week what I did is I tallied up their points, okay, for participation. So let's say this week Holly had 60 points, right? So I would go on that, I'd be able to click on it, edit it, and then I can change it, drag people, move them all around. So everything is editable, even though I've saved it and moved it. So it's really nice to have templates of things saved, and then when you need to update it, it just takes a few seconds to update it. You already have it all done, update it, save it in your hub, and you can keep going back in there and editing, which is really cool. The next thing I want to show you about PicMonkey, a little bit more of an advanced one. Have you ever wondered how to save photos in a round image, like maybe a headshot, and have it round? So to do that, all you need to do is go to Edit, go to your computer, and pick your headshot or your photo. The computer's so slow right now. Okay, let's say I want to make this photo round, right, with no background. I would pick the image and then I would go to frames, this little frame here, shape cutouts. Round is the first one that's selected. Done. I can move it around, drag it around to make it a bit better, but you want to make sure you don't go too far, because what happens is obviously you're not going to have a round circle. It'll be cut off, right? So make sure you stay within the frame. Round, transparent background is selected, otherwise it'll be white. And save. Done. Then you can overlay that over something if you wanted to do a collage of all your coaches, or maybe you want to do this to yourself and have this as your cover photo and your background of different things. It's just a cute thing to do. And the last thing I'll show you is on the actual Team Beachbody website. Oh, I'm just reading Stacy about the hub. That's so funny. I don't mind that stuff. Just don't edit my stuff. I'll be really confused when I go in and something's like edited. So you guys might have people asking about meal plans and stuff like that. When you go on just the teambeachbody.com website, you can tell your coach or your customers or coaches to go and utilize this resource. You don't need to have the pressure of creating meal plans all the time, guys. It's not really our job to do that unless you feel like you want to do that and go over and beyond. You totally can. But let them know that they have all these tools to go to once they're a customer. So if they go to Eat Smart, they can go down to My Meal Planner and click on My Meal Planner. You're going to have recipes, Shakeology recipes, nutrition tools and tips, Mishi's ladder, different foods they should eat. But they can go onto My Meal Planner, sign up and learn more. They'll already be logged in. I'm not logged in right now, which is so weird. Again, honest to God, could anything go smoothly here with this? Anyways, I won't waste your guys' time because you're here way past. But what you do is you just check it out. Go look at it if you haven't already. And it's a complete meal planner. You can put in that you want a healthy lifestyle meal plan. If someone's really active and they're a runner, plus they're doing other workouts, you can put it in, they're very active, and it will give you something with more higher caloric intake and stuff. You can customize it. You can request that they don't have certain foods in it. You can do a vegan plan, a vegetarian plan. It's really awesome. And they can print it out. They can print out shopping lists, all that kind of stuff. So you could use that for free groups, or you can just tell your customers and clients and stuff about it, okay? So that's it. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Even not to do with tonight. I'm going to stop the share. I'll stop the recording.